Rent in Spokane is rising faster than almost every other city in the nation. Idaho and Washington are number 1 and 2 when it comes to how fast rents are going up. Hello, I'm Aaron Luna. Nia Wong is off tonight. Let's get right to those numbers. Boise's rent has risen faster than any other city in the nation. Rental rates jumped more than 12% from last year to this year. Well, last month alone, rent in Washington jumped more than 6%. Esther Bauer is here to break down the numbers that are causing big concern for renters.
Well, since January, rent has only gone up in Spokane, and the changes aren't subtle. Take a look at these numbers. Nationally, rent has risen around 5%, but in Spokane, it's increased more than 20%. Now, that's from the group apartment list, and these hikes are making it harder than ever for people to find affordable housing.
It was rough. It was rough. It was a lot harder than the first time I looked for an apartment.
Taylor Harris moved to Spokane almost 2 years ago. She's had a roommate, but wanted to find her own place.
It's hard finding a place over here.
Because everything is more expensive than before, and there's not a lot of options. Rent Cafe, an online apartment finder, says 97% of all the apartments in Spokane filled up in the first 3 months of the year. They ranked Spokane second in the nation for the most competitive market. More demand and not enough supply have made it harder than ever for renters.
Just trying to find something in my budget alone, because even just the 1-bedrooms have started going above the 9 to the 1,000 range, and I'm trying to save up to buy a home.
And these hikes aren't only affecting renters.
Make sure you have a plan in place that when you sell, you have somewhere to go.
Rick Meyer was hoping to sell his home in this booming seller's market, but decided to refinance instead. He didn't want to deal with how competitive it is to buy a new home or where he would rent before buying one.
Taking the cash out and being able to make the house the way we want made more sense financially than it did to sell the house.
With home prices also rising, more people are being forced to rent at prices many can't afford.
It's just not affordable anymore. It's hard to find a place. And it sucks because it's a really lovely city.
They're wasting away their money having to rent, but some of them just don't have any other option.
And another thing to keep in mind, the Washington moratorium on evictions because of the pandemic ends on June 30th. It's believed more than 200,000 Washingtonians are behind in their rent and could face eviction. Reporting in studio, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.